All right, we are at 105. I'm trying to have you guys out of here by 135, 140. Uh, 135, 140, so that you guys can get into your Friday and stuff. What I'm going to go over are just some basic things that you guys need to kind of know or understand about this class as we move forward. And I've got the summer assignment type stuff that I want you guys to get familiar with, actually, to go ahead and work on. And the summer assignment stuff is really tied into what we're going to talk about today. And the objective is to get you guys ready for August 15th, 16th, whichever day you guys first meet up with me, and go on from there. So nothing too hairy, nothing too scary, just the basics here. Now I'm going to try and share my screen with y'all and see what happens from there. Let's see. Present now. I'm going to present a tab, and I'm going to present this tab. Share. All right. So this is what I sent out to you guys yesterday on email, and several of you have got it because several of you have already responded and signed up for my Remind 101 for this class, which is fantastic. But these are the ways you're going to be able to contact me. Email and Remind 101 are going to be the two primary things. So if you've got a cell phone and got Remind 101 app, go ahead and sign up for my class. If you don't, then send me a message later on, Mr. Johnson, I don't have Remind 101. And I'll be like, okay, make sure you check your emails. The other app, Poll Everywhere, there'll be some times when I submit polls to you guys. 99.9% of the time, I'll do that like right as class is starting, so that you can use a computer if you need to respond to the poll. You don't necessarily have to have have this. Oh, somebody just signed up for Remind. Yay, Betsy. You don't necessarily need to have it, but it'd be good if you did. All right. For those of you who read the introduction yesterday, oh, my phone is going bzzz. This is pretty cool. This class, and I'll get more into the details about this class, but essentially AP seminar, it's reading, it's research and writing, okay? And you're like, fart, man, I hate reading and writing. The cool thing about it, let me tell you the cool thing about it is that you kind of get to look at those things that you're interested in. So it's not me saying, today you've got to look at the Constitution, although we will look at the Constitution, and you've got to annotate it and give it back to me, okay? You may find something out there that is really important to you, that you feel someone passionate about, and I'll be like, okay, go ahead, find 2 articles, read those, annotate those, and then report back on it, okay? So it's a lot of reading and writing, but it can be the stuff that you are most interested in. So that becomes a big thing for this class, all right? Not super crazy, and you've got plenty of time to get everything done, but just sharpen your pencils. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. All right, next part, general expectations, okay? With reading, writing, research, and reporting, okay? Organization. If you had Zellman before, and several of you have had him, organization is key with him. Those notebooks. Those of you who have Miss Love this semester, organization is going to be important as well, okay? So just get used to it, okay? Get yourself a nice little area where you can kind of pull your stuff together and be ready to ride the organization train, all right? Keep track of all of your readings, your notes, and your annotations, okay? Obviously, we're doing a lot of stuff remote for the first part of the semester, so you are going to have a lot of digital files, digital paperwork to go through. By the way, down the line, and I'll talk about this when school starts, but down the line, if you're like, Mr. Johnson, I can't work with all this computer stuff, I can make printed copies for you. It'll be your responsibility to pick stuff up, okay? So whichever way you go, digital or paper copies, you've got to be able to lay your hands on those things at a moment's notice, okay? So you're going to need to create some sort of file system so that you can easily get to your stuff, all right? 1.3, keep track of websites that you use for research and information. Nothing is more frustrating to me as a teacher, and I'm sure to you as a student, to have done all this research and you close your computer or you shut it down or something happens and you're like me. If you could see my screen right now, I got about 15 tabs open, and but you lose all those tabs and you're like, Mr. Johnson, I can't find my research. I can't find my research. And I'm like, well, did you write down the website that you got the information from? And you'll be like, no. And I'll be like, I can't help you because I don't know where you got your information from. So get in the habit of organizing either bookmarks with everything, or, create a Google Doc where you copy the URL, which, by the way, is an assignment that you guys will have in the future, where you copy the URL from the website that you're getting your information from and you paste it on a document, and then you write down kind of what information you got from that website. All right. So keep track of the websites that you use. 1.4, organizational tools, analog, paper, good old school stuff. Okay. Most of you guys already have these things, but you may want to start scavenging them around and trying to pick some of these things up. 3x5 cards come in handy, notebooks, okay, Post-it notes, highlighters, colored pencils, colored pens. All of that stuff is fantastic for planning stuff out, okay, for doing your annotations if you have paper copies of it, marking important information inside of your readings that you need to remember and come back to, for creating a calendar, for creating an outline, for creating a mind map where you're trying to figure out how I'm going to organize my project that I have to do for Mr. Johnson at the end of this quarter, okay? Some folks prefer to do things digitally, okay? 1.5, digital organizational tools. Adobe Reader, you get a digital document, you need Adobe Reader to do that. That's not that hard to get. Google Docs, okay? And I'll talk more about Google Docs and how you can use that to read Adobe documents, or how you can edit PDF files using Google Docs, all right? Some sort of file management system. If you keep everything in a Google Drive folder called AP Seminar, you're going to be in a bad way, okay? Because you will get so much information, so many things given to you that you will have a hard time trying to find, one paper from day one, okay? So get in the habit of setting up a file system or file management system and sticking to it, okay? That becomes important. Also, in this digital world that we're living in right now, you might want to look for some sort of note-taking app out there, okay? Something like Evernote or OneNote or even Notion, okay? There are hundreds of digital note-taking apps that are out there. All you have to do is go onto YouTube, okay, and stop looking at those girl fight videos that y'all like to be watching and everything, and all them TikTok videos and all that stuff. And I'm just making this up as I go along. And then go ahead and just do a Google search for note-taking apps. And you will find more information on various note-taking apps. Play around with them, mess around with them, see if you like them, okay? And if you do like them, then try using those as we get the school year started. Or hit back to that good old-fashioned notebook with your Post-it notes that you can use for dividers and organize your information that way. As a veteran of both paper and digital tools, I find that I tend to use both of them, okay? Certain things I like to use paper for, other things I like to do straight with digital stuff. So you have to kind of get that figured out, all right? That's organization, probably one of the most important things for this class. The second most important thing for this class is going to be communication, communication, communication. What, Mr. Johnson? Communication, exactly. Okay. You've all done a fairly good job so far. Middle of the summer, y'all checked your email. When I sent out these invitations, a lot of you folks, responded right back right off the bat, okay? Some folks I had to make a call, but as soon as I made that call, like 5 minutes later, bing, so-and-so has accepted your invitation, all right? Fantastic. Keep up with that, because a lot of things will be communicated via email, all right? Between email and then 1.2, Remind 101. All right, I might send you a Remind 101 saying, check your email, okay? New information has been sent out to you guys, okay? Or I'll send a link through Remind 101. But just those kind of things. Also, and several of you have done a really good job with this as well, when you get the event, respond back. Yes, no, maybe, okay? Cool, lets me know that you got the email, that you checked everything, and that you are aware of what's happening. Now, if for some reason you can't make a meeting, okay, or something is going on, hey, just say, Mr. Johnson, I can't make this meeting right now. My appendix is kind of grumbly. I think I'm going to go to the doctor's. Cool, not a problem. I can work with you if I know what's going on. The problem is if you don't respond back to anything for, a week or 2 weeks or whatever, then you pop up and it's like, Mr. Johnson, what did I miss? Well, you missed a whole lot. What can I do to make it up? You can build yourself a time machine and go back to 3 weeks and do this stuff the right way, okay? It's that kind of a situation. What else? Oh, along those same lines, if you're having any problems, okay, family stuff, personal stuff, whatever, I don't need the details, okay, but just give me some sort of a heads up, okay? I am the kind of teacher that believes in helping kids through whatever may come down the pike, okay? I don't need to know your personal business, but I need to know something is going on. Hey, Mr. Johnson, we've got some stuff going on at home right now. I'm going to be late getting these next few assignments in. Cool, I can work with that. Not a problem, okay? Again, the problem I have is where I don't hear from you from several days, okay? And then you pop up like nothing is wrong and then say, what can I do to make up my stuff, Mr. Johnson? Where the heck were you? What was going on? Well, we had these problems. I'm like, I understand, but you got to let me know, okay? You got to let me know beforehand. And as many of you guys are starting to get your driver's license and get jobs and everything, you know that's what employers are looking for. They want you to be able to communicate, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it today, or hey, I've got this problem going on. Can you work with me? All right. So that becomes the big thing as well. Communication, communication, communication. All right. Ooh, we're going to be done in about 5 minutes. All right. Time management, time management, time management, time management. Okay. Another big thing. This goes hand in hand with organization. All right. Y'all get a planner. Plain and simple. Use your Google Calendar feature, okay? Use a 3x5 card with the dates written across the front of it. Get you a piece of paper and draw a grid on it. Do whatever you need to do, but get yourself a planner, okay? And when you get yourself a planner and you start putting these things in there, okay, because you're going to get some assignments from my class that'll be due in 3 weeks. Ooh, I got 3 weeks. Life is good. I don't have to do nothing for 3 weeks, okay? But in that 3 weeks of time, all right, there may be some research that needs to get done. There may be some proofwriting or pre-writing that needs to get done. There may be these several tasks that go along with the final project that need to get done, okay? When you get a planner, and we'll talk more about this later on, probably early on in the semester, you're going to have to learn how to break an assignment down into smaller chunks. So yes, you may have 3 weeks to get that assignment taken care of, but there are so many small steps on there that you need to schedule out each one of those small steps. Part one, okay, my paper is due in 3 weeks. So this week I need to make sure that I schedule time to work on some initial research and developing my thesis. Next week I need to go ahead and collect 5 sources worth of information. Then I need to do this and schedule everything out all the way up until that final project is due. And as I tend to want to do is to give everybody these deadlines that are maybe a day or two before the actual hard close date, so that you can get everything done, have a minute to kind of sit back and think about it and look through it, okay, and then make your final submission. You never want to have everything done on the due date. Anytime you can get it done a day before, 2 days before, the better off you're going to be. All right, so kind of think about those things as you go through this thing. But get a planner, okay? Develop a system, and we'll talk more about it during the semester, a system for scheduling in tasks and giving yourself what are called lead times for all of your stuff, and you'll be good to go. All right? Woo! What else? What else? What else?